All right, it's been a year. Milwaukee's Track Saw has been on the market, well, at least in my area anyway. I've had it for about a year, actually exactly a year. My thoughts, do I love it, hate it, all the good stuff? Let's get into it. All right, guys, this tool has been reviewed, including by myself, ad nauseum on YouTube, but it's been a year. So Milwaukee is late to the party as usual, but they usually get it right. I'm not talking about their Gen 1 nailers, but this tool they got right, period. This is, I mean, pro grade level, way better than I would say DeWalt's and maybe some other ones. Not as good as my Makita, but it does have some redeeming factors about this one that I like about it that I don't like about my Makita. And I'm talking about the Makita 40 volt XGT, not the 36 volt or a corded version. But as far as I'm concerned, between Festool, this tool, and Makita, these are the best track saws on the market by far, period. And I did the fells, I had the Festool. This one, I did review this one when I first got it last year, actually when I first got it out. And it does have some great aspects about this tool. One of them being that the electric brake is fantastic. If I just, you can see that, that is nice. That helps out and it's noticeable when you're cutting, when you're working with this tool, it's noticeable. I do like the actual depth adjustment right here. I'll throw some B-roll in here too, you guys, but it's super easy. Push of a button, slides up, slides down, and you do have some marks on the top right here where you can see if you're on the track or if you're off the track. Again, 0 to 48 degrees beveling. It does have a beveling lock on it too. I do not have a Milwaukee track. I have the Makita tracks because I have plenty of Makita tracks because I have Makita track saws, and that's what I've been using for the past years. This tool, Milwaukee, I will say, Milwaukee did think this through. There's a lot, the plunge mechanism is fantastic. Just setting it down, you guys can see right here, you just press down, it goes down nice and smooth. Other saws are not like that. Blade changes with this are easy. There's a lock right in between the battery and actually the handle right here, and you flip it down, it locks into place, and you can change your blade through this little weephole with the onboard tool storage, just like the Makita. You have right up top here, you have the Allen wrench right there. All right, let's talk about runtime. Runtime, this tool is optimized to run with the Milwaukee XC 6.0 battery, that one that I have here as well. And I've used it with the 8 amp and the 12 amps. Haven't tried it with the 5 amps, but I get a lot of runtime. And plus, with Milwaukee batteries, they're economic. They're not like a proprietary battery like, say, a Festool was. Like, these batteries are relatively cheap, especially if you want to find them in Home Depot. And I slap a bigger battery on there, and I can just keep going. So I've had no problems with this tool at all as far as battery performance. Yeah, it's obviously, you're going to have to swap out batteries here and there. I know the corded guys are like, oh, I can just plug it in, run it all day. I don't run this saw all day, every day, cutting sheets of OSB and just ripping through stuff. This is more of a fine wood. I would say track saws themselves, when you're investing in them, you have a purpose for them. You want to save time. And again, this tool is not cheap and you want to take care of it. So I'm not trying to just plow through a bunch of wood and stuff and I got circular saws for that, and this is not the tool for it. This is more of a fine tool, woodworking tool. I want to build stuff like I'm building a cabinet and also basically a DVD floating shelf as well. So this tool does get used. Now I'll say this tool stays in my garage. I do have my Makita and it goes with me on job sites because I have the 40 volt system on job sites. As you guys can see behind me, we got the 40 volt system with the miter saw and everything. I will say this tool, the one thing that Milwaukee did not do good with is the Bluetooth enabling. My Makita 40 volt track saw XGT system, it's got the AWS. I got a Bluetooth vacuum hook up to it. Once it syncs, I can just run it all day with the battery, and the vacuum just kicks on, sucks up dust. Now it doesn't get all the dust. Definitely a lot better than this, especially the bag too. There's a lot of dust everywhere. It is what it is. I'm not too worried about dust on my job sites because I just don't worry about it. It's in my contracts. I don't care about it. And now there's certain jobs that I do care, and then we make the correct precautions and cover stuff up for customers and everything. But most of the time I don't really care too much about dust, but it's nice. It's nice if I want to cut something, attach a vacuum, and I don't have to be walking around tracking dust everywhere. It is good. So Makita definitely had that going for them years ago. Milwaukee, you're late to the market. You should have integrated some sort of Bluetooth dust extraction with this tool and your tools going forward. Definitely make that happen going forward, because version 2 of this better have it, because your competitors already have it. All right, last but not least, this review, you guys, functionality, power. This thing is a home run. Power wise, it's a little less powerful than my 40 volt Makita, but barely. Now I can only tell that because I run them back to back, and I can kind of just I can literally just see right, between the two tools. Otherwise, you're not going to know. And if you are in the Milwaukee platform, you're not going to go buy the Makita for maybe less than 1% extra power or 1% more power and a completely new battery line. You're going to get this tool as well as you should, because it's a home run for Milwaukee. And as well, Makita has their tools, and they're fantastic as well. And you wouldn't be switching to the Milwaukee platform just for this track saw, because they have a great track saw as well. All right, in conclusion, guys, fantastic tool. I'm glad I bought it. The track saw that I actually reviewed last year, I actually sold it, but I actually got a really good deal on this one at Home Depot. It was far less than retail value, so I grabbed it, bare tool, nothing included with it. And it's been staying here and going to a few job sites here and there. I don't have but maybe 6 or 7 batteries worth of use out of this tool, so I don't use it every day, but it is definitely a tool worth having, definitely worth it in your arsenal if you actually have to cut down sheet goods, cabinets, whatever it is. If you're a finished carpenter, get yourself a track saw. And if you're already in the Milwaukee battery line, this is a no-brainer. So appreciate it, guys. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.